Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Rachel and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about my cross-stitch progress for the previous month. Today is June 1st, 2026, and I will be talking about the progress that I got in May. So welcome back or welcome in if you are new, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So this month I had some trouble keeping focus on the projects that I had. But I was able to get through. I didn't get, some days I ended up skipping or missing, so I didn't get the full number of stitches that I could have got that's possible with the number that I'm trying to reach. The first half of the month I was working on 2 projects, as you know, about 250 stitches a day. The first one I was working on is Mandala 42. This is by Collectibles and charted by Collectibles. And I got, gotta get my notebook out. I got a total of 3,202 stitches on this, and it is now at 7.16%. Still not quite to the goal for this year, but it will come back out again. This is what I've got. This is worked on 25 count easy grid, 1/1 full cross. And I'm just working down the side of the piece. So that's looking good. Yeah, like I said, I didn't, I missed a few days. I think I missed about like 500 stitches or a little bit more on this that I could have gotten. But that's okay. It'll come back out again to reach its goal. His goal is to get to 10%. 10% this year. Okay. And the next piece, and I think this is scheduled to come back out in July, so not this month, but next month. The next piece I worked on is Change of Seasons, number 1, charted by Mystic Stitch, and you can no longer get it through Mystic Stitch as they don't exist anymore. I think you can find maybe the paper pattern on eBay. This one, I did a total of 3,258 stitches on it. And I finished I can just unwrap it a little bit, I think. I finished the page up here, finished that whole page, and I started on to the second page. So I technically got a page finish on this one. And I don't iron my projects because some of them, like this one, it's on 22 count, and I grid it with a heat erasing pen, so I don't want to erase my grid lines. This one is not scheduled to come back out again, even though it was supposed to hit its goal this month. The goal for this one was 10% as well, but I only got it to 8.87% because like I said, I missed a few days on it. So the second half of the year, where I don't have anything planned or scheduled as of right now, it will definitely have to come back out for that. I feel like I'm going really fast. Yeah, this was 22 count, hard anger, 1/1 full cross. Okay. And that's the first 2 projects that I worked on. Then the last project, oh, well, no, actually, I had a new start. New start, yay. This new start was for my anniversary of 10 years with my husband. That we've been dating for 10, we were together for 10 years. This one is called Lovebirds, charted by, sorry, this is, you might can hear my kids and my husband. They're trying to stay downstairs so I can film this. This is Lovebirds, charted by the Cross Stitch Studio. I think the artist said CM Watercolors is what it said on the PDF. This one I'm currently working on this 28 count, and it's in a light blue color. It gets kind of washed out in the camera, and I only did I started on May 13th, which is our anniversary, and I did 309 stitches on it, which you can barely see because it's all very light colors. And this one, the background is all white, stitched in white, and I have marked that off in Pattern Keeper. And so right now it says I'm at 46.16%, which is not right, obviously, but I'm not stitching any of the white. It's going to be on this blue. It's going to be the background for the two little birds. Okay. And the last full coverage project that I worked on is my main focus piece. This is the Hayde 2026 Stitch Along Whisper of Wishes, charted Whisper of Wishes. The artist is L&L Designs. And I got here, I finished this whole page, and this one I did really bad. I had about, because I'm doing 500 stitches a day on this on the second half of the month, and I missed about 6 days getting my 500 done. There was some days within that I got like 100 or something stitches on it. But I spent a lot of time trying to catch up. Last night I stayed up till 3 in the morning, and I got a total of 1,272 stitches done on it, but I still didn't catch up completely. I'm still about 1,000 stitches behind on what I should have gotten this month. Should have got 8,000 stitches done, and I got 6,993, which I didn't realize I probably would have got those 7 more stitches last night if I knew that I was gonna be just 7 short. But this one is worked on a 28 count as well, 1/1 full cross. This one is very stiff fabric, so it's very hard to get my needle in and out sometimes. My fingers get like poked a lot. But I'm really loving how it's turning out and the way that it's looking. My camera today isn't doing the best at focusing. There we go, that's better. And I'll try to put before and after pictures for everything, of course. Okay. Okay. And there's my non-full coverage piece that I worked on. It was my travel piece for when my kid was in school. And I don't know for the summer when it's going to be worked on again, but it probably will come back out for the school year when it starts up in August. This is, what is this called? Oh, this is the monthly Quakers by From the Heart Needle Art. This is May, which I started last time, as you saw. Only had a little bit done. And now here it's at. I only have a few more motifs to do on this before it's done. But it's looking really good. And I am, as you probably know, I'm doing this all on the same piece for all 12 months. On the same piece of fabric. And then I will cut them apart. But yeah, this is all that got done this month of May. Working on May. Hopefully I can get this finished next year, probably done next year with the school year coming back. And there's one thing that I forgot to talk about last time, I believe. Where is it? The bookmark that I was working on. Oh, I lost the needle, I think. I'll have to find it. Didn't talk about this bookmark that I was working on. I was still filming Stitch with Me's that I have backed up that I need to put out. I have a lot of them backed up. So I kind of stopped stitching on this so I can get those uploaded to catch up, and then I can finish this. I'm very close to a finish, I believe. I don't have it written down in front of me. Let me pull it up really fast. Oh, what? Okay. This is from Vlada Cross Stitch on Etsy. It's her one of the multiple packs that she has of 4-pack of bookmarks. I have 3,248 stitches on this at 73.82% out of 4,400 stitches. So it would be really easy for me to get this done. But I was only working on it about like 100 or so, 150 to 170 stitches at a time. It was I was doing 30-minute Stitch with Me's. I was filming those and then I speed them up. I put them out. I have one on the channel right now if you like that sort of thing. And I plan on putting more to finish that off. So for June, what I will be working on is, what's called out for June is Solar System by Adrian Chesterman, my favorite piece. I'm glad that's coming back out. And Mother's Love, charted by Mystic Stitch. And I will show you those with where I'm at. So I'll grab Mother's Love first. Mother's Love's goal. What do I need to reach? Sorry, I have to keep going back to my notebook here. The goal is to get 25% on Mother's Love, and excuse me. And as of right now, I'm at 17.42%, and you get to 25, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to just this month. I should, with 250 stitches. I have it marked that I should be able to, and this is going to be my starting point. I'm just working down this side of pages, and that is going to be the end of the row of end of the column of pages, and then I'll go back up to the top. So that's where I'm at right now on this piece. Woo. We've got a total of 8,710 stitches out of 50,000 stitches on that piece. Which I really want to get that done. It's really kind of an easy fast stitch. At least right now I'm kind of more in the background. But hopefully it stays relatively easy. The next piece, my favorite one, like I said, is the, this is on 22, Mother's Love is on 22 count Heartacher 1/1 full cross. The From the Heart Needle Art monthly Quakers is stitched on a 40 count linen, and I think that's all that I forgot. And that's 1/2 full cross for that. This, the Solar System by Adrian Chesterman, is now on 18 count Ada 2/1 full cross. And I just love this piece. It's so easy. I can get so much done on it so quickly. And this is where my starting point is. So what I plan on doing, I plan on finishing like up to here, up to this line. Basically finishing that all off. It's already finished here a little bit. Once I finish that all off, I'm going to come over here. And there's what is this? This is Venus, I believe, the planet. As you can see, the shape, I haven't stitched any of it, really. There's a few stitches in there. I'm going to finish that whole page. I want to finish Venus. So what I want to do, well, get started on Venus, because I'm almost done with the goal on this, because this came out already earlier this year. Forgot to get worked on. When did it come out? it came out in February. And in February, I got to 21.40%. And I want to get to 25% this year. So I think I have it marked that with coming out this time, I should be able to get it maybe in 12 days if I work on it 25 stitches a day. Only 12 days I need to work on this, but I am going to go for the full 15. I'm going to go to the 15th of June and work it till then. And see how much I get done. But I really like this piece and I'm excited to get back to it. Okay. And then of course I will be bringing back out my at the end of June, the second half, I'll be bringing out my main focus piece, Whisper of Wishes, to get more done on that. I'm not too behind. I might bring that out sporadically in the month to try to catch up those 1,000 stitches if I feel up to it. Okay, and what else do I have to talk to you about? Oh, I did try, because right now I use bobbin boxes and I have them charted for each piece. I mean, charted. I have them for each, kitted up for each piece, which I really like to do. But I've been watching, I think it's Cross Stitch Meadow, and he, instead of bobbins, does something like this with his floss. He puts them, I watched his video where he made these packs, is what he calls them, for his floss. And this is what I have for my Lovebirds piece. And I have them all. And I liked it so far because with the bobbins I have to unwind. And if I already have it cut, then I just unwind and I have to pull it off that cut and then wind that back on. The rest of the 6 strands back on, and then I use that piece that I pulled out. This I can just, they're already pre-cut and I can just use my needle to like pull it off. But it still keeps the threads nice and not just hanging loose, which I really like. And I can just pull off a pre-cut thread and just immediately start stitching with it. My only issue is I don't like keeping the remaining thread on the needle in like a board. And I usually, with my bobbins, I would just, if I had enough remaining thread left, I just wind it back onto the bobbin to reuse. I don't know what I'm going to do with the remaining thread for these ones though, but we'll see. I haven't got that far on Lovebirds to see exactly what the pros and cons for me will be for this method. I've got to find a proper box for it. This doesn't quite fit it because the lid doesn't quite work, but that's all right for now. All right, and so the last thing I'm going to be talking about is my knitting projects. I just have a couple of those that I want to show you, giving you an update on my Take Your Time cardigan by Hohi Locatelli. I think I told you last time that I had started one of the sleeves. This one, this is where I'm at on this sleeve. What happened was I ran out of this light color, and so I put it on a stitch holder, and I started the second sleeve because it used these other colors that I still had, and I had to stop until I had to order it, but I did get it in. This is watered silk. The yarn I'm using is Manos de Uruguay. This is in the colorway watered silk. This is peacock plumage, I believe. This dark teal, and then this dark purple. I got all these years ago, but I haven't really been able to find what colorway this one is. I have one that I think might be it, but it doesn't quite look it because I'm just looking at like the computer photos. But I should hopefully have enough of this purple yarn to complete it. All I have left is to finish this sleeve with the purple. and I should have plenty to do that. What I'm worried about, what I didn't think I need to worry about, is the peacock plume color. I had a skein in a little bit when I started, and I thought, oh, that'll be plenty. And I was worried more about this color. And it turns out this color is also, I think, running really low, because I need to do, after I'm done with the sleeves, I still have to work on both sleeves still again. I have the collar to pick up and knit in that color, so I don't think I have enough. And then the only other thing I'm working on knitting wise, I started, which I've had the yarn for this, and I kind of started it forever ago, a sweater for my sister. Let me pull this out. And I only have like this much started on it. And it is a shawl, I mean not a shawl, a sweater by Petite Knits. And I think it's called, oh, I have to put it up on the screen here because it's on my phone and I'm recording with my phone. I can't remember what the pattern is called, but she wanted a dusky pink color, and she's not someone who's gonna hand wash her clothes. She's gonna throw everything in the washer. So with the pattern calls for like a wool and a mohair held two together to work. I think it's a fingering weight wool and a mohair held two together to work the pattern. But those typically are not washer friendly. So I found a fluffy kind of yarn that kind of looks like it's, I don't know if you can see that it's fluffy. Maybe that's from Hobie. That matches the colorway that she likes, and it's 100% acrylic, so it should be able to be washed, it looks like. So there won't be any worries there for her. I just barely started that. I had the yarn and stuff for a while now. So yeah. Put this away. Okay. And I think that's it for me today. I think I showed you everything. So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Rachel, and I hope you had a good day. And I'll see you next month. Thank you. Bye-bye.